Okay, fellas, excuse all the mess in the truck. So I went to the junkyard the other day. Over the was it Friday? I think Friday. I went to the junkyard and they had an '86 Nissan 720. So I took a couple of parts from it. One of them being the steering column, because it's adjustable. And from what I could see, just from eyeballing it, it's compatible. Like it bolts up from this end as well as from under the hood. It looks like it bolts up directly to the rest of the steering column shaft or whatever it's called. So I snagged ignition lock cylinder from O'Reilly's for that specific year and model. And I just wired it up temporarily. I'm gonna turn it on for you guys real quick. And one of the reasons I did this is, to change the look of the truck a little bit. Not so much of an upgrade, but at the same time, kinda yeah. But anyway, check this out. Okay, hopefully I can get that. That's one click. The next click should affect the gauges. I'm gonna click it again real quick if I can. And you'll see the gauges light up. One more click is for the rest of the accessories. You see that now. The next click should start it right up. Let's see if I can turn this thing on. Starts right up. Starts right up pretty good. Okay. So the wiring aspect, not too difficult. I purposely snagged the wiring harness from the truck side of the 720. That way I wouldn't actually have to splice into the harness of this truck like the way I did. I had to when I installed the upgraded wiper switch from the Pathfinder. Unfortunately, at the time, I had no choice but to cut into it. But this time I didn't want to have to do that. I had a little bit more knowledge on what to do. So in order to, these wires are just on there temporarily, these two. These wires right here are the 720's version of these. So once I'm able to get every part that I need, I'm just going to snip this harness off and connect it to these wires. That way I can connect this end right here that I'm tapping to its female counterpart over here. And I used your typical male ends that come with these electrical wiring kits from like Harbor Freight, and those are connected. Each wire is connected individually to its female partner over here. I also snagged, if I can get this in frame, the steering column cover, and this is also going to change the look of the truck quite a bit. If you see this opening, see if I can set this where it won't fall. This hole right here is where the ignition lock cylinder is going to poke out of. This hole right here. So that would make this ignition lock cylinder, it would now be sitting over here facing us, versus the stock one that's facing that way. You know, again, it'll change the look a little bit. Let me set this down real quick. But yeah, I'm really digging this the steering column cover from the 720. It's this will definitely change the look and feel of the truck a bit, because this is rounder and more curvier than the stock one. Obviously, you know, as you guys know, this truck is called a hard body, so there's a lot of straight angles, and this has more curves, and that should change the look and feel of the truck substantially. Just got to clean this sucker up and paint it, and she'll be good to go. But here's the that adjustable steering column from the 720. It's aside from this rust that's down here that I can get rid of fairly easily. The column itself is in pretty good shape. I already repacked the bearings that are down here and up here, just because they might not have needed it, or maybe they did, but I already repacked them with grease. This sucker spins freely. No bindings, no nothing. All that good stuff. And here's a lever, the release lever, I guess, that allows you to adjust the upper portion of the steering column. Unfortunately, when I got this at the junkyard, the steering wheel was already gone. I didn't care about the steering wheel, but I was hoping to, you know, score the nut, but the nut was gone already. Unfortunately, I don't know what size nut goes on here. I've been racking my brain looking up online trying to find that size. I know that on this truck, that nut that holds the steering wheel and onto the column is 19 millimeter, I believe. And that nut is too small for this, so this is actually a little bit bigger. Not by much, but it's enough. So I can only guess at what size this actually is. I mean, I found a Nissan dealer a couple of counties down. I just ordered what I thought was what I'm hoping is the right nut for this. As soon as I get it, then I'll know for sure. But I don't want to bother trying to fully install the steering column onto the D21 until I got that right nut, because it won't do me any good to, you know, do the install and I can't do anything with it. Can't install or mount the steering wheel. The other thing I snagged was these the housings and brackets for the headlights for that 720. Hopefully I can just set this here so it's getting really windy, but hopefully that'll stay. That way you guys can kind of see where I'm going with this. Also snag the harnesses for them. Let me back off a little bit. You guys can kind of, I mean, obviously they're going to sit where the single headlights are at, but this will greatly change the look a little bit, quite a bit of the D21. Unfortunately, they didn't have the truck didn't have the grill, so which is no big deal. I can order one online. They're fairly cheap on eBay. But yeah, I love the hard bodies, don't get me wrong, but I also love the look of the 720s. They're have just a little. They're just a little bit more curvier. They're not quite so straight, and I just love that look. I want to bring just a little bit of that feel to this truck. You know, again, just to change the overall feel. As always, you want to make stuff your own. But yeah, just wanted to share you that with you guys. And again, the ignition lock cylinder from the 720 was virtually plug and play. It's just a matter of getting the harness aspect from the other truck to go along to make things easier. That's always a plus to have that. But yeah, it's pretty much plug and play. There's not too much guesswork to go on that. But anyway, I just wanted to share this little update, just a tiny one, not major, and I'll see ya.